Hello and welcome back to another Zwift route guide. This week we will be looking at the Makuri Islands countryside tour. This will be used for the 8th points race and final regular season race of the fall 2021 ZRL season. So let's get into the footage. You can see here that I'm starting at the start-finish banner. There is no listed lead-in for this course. It is 15.8 kilometers in length with 185 meters of elevation gain per lap. The course takes in the country sprint and the temple KOM on each lap, and the first 5 kilometers of the course are quite flat, with the country sprint marking the beginning of the climbing on each lap. Fastest through and first across the line points should be available at both locations on every lap. The A and B fields will race 43.3 kilometers or 2 2/3 of a lap, while the C and D field will race 27.5 or 1 2/3 of a lap. In both cases, you should be finishing around the top of the temple KOM, but make sure you race all the way through the blue banner, since Zwift tends to have trouble placing the banner immediately at the KOM points when they finish a race on an intermediate KOM. This is a regular route on Zwift, so you can choose it from the route selector on Makuri Island, or make a meetup with your friends. And the power-ups available are the van, the feather, and the steamroller. Now as you approach the 5 kilometer mark here, be ready for that country sprint. You can see that it's coming up on the left-hand side there. It's only 130 meters in length and comes just as you round this corner to the left. This is the same sprint that was taken in earlier this year on the other Makuri Islands course that was raced. I expect times for that sprint to be around 7 seconds for the A riders, and probably only up to about 10 seconds for the other categories. After completing the sprint, you'll start the climb out into this town. And then you will be making your way out towards the temple climb. Now the temple climb is 2.5 kilometers in length, averaging 3.6% average gradient, the large portion of that being on the gravel. And as you can see in the right-hand side, there are some flat sections in between, but for the most part it stays a relative climb all the way to the beginning of that temple KOM. Bike selection for this course will be affected largely by this gravel climb that should be coming up on the left-hand side as we enter this town. And immediately you'll see that we're onto the gravel and then the KOM starts. The Tron bike is a good option. It's only a handful of seconds slower over the temple climb than a gravel bike, but faster overall on the rest of the tarmac of the course. If you are very practiced at it, a bike change may be possible to go to a mountain bike or a gravel bike, which will see you make it up this climb faster. The mountain bike being able to chew through the gravel significantly faster than the Tron bike. However, you will need to make sure that you're able to make that switch fast enough that you're able to gain enough time back to switch again before the descent, because you don't want to be descending on a mountain bike while everyone else is super tucking down on the fast rolling road bikes. You should also keep in mind that the steamroller will be a very powerful power-up this week, as you can use it on the gravel to turn it into the same resistance as regular tarmac if you're going to be sticking with the Tron bike. And being able to use that means that you could probably avoid doing a bike change at all. You'll see here that I come over the top in about 8 minutes. I'd expect the high A fields to be closer to around 6 minutes. Now once you're over the climb, this descent does go through gravel, but with the fast rolling speed, you should be able to super tuck down portions of it with a group. It is quite a quick descent and leads you all the way back into town. And there you are, you're back in town. From here, it's a descent most of the way to the finish line again. It follows the same finish configuration as the other Makuri Island race that was done in the ZRL this year. And you can super tuck down most of this paved descent as well as it stays below -3%. Again, positioning here will be very key, and that is the lap. Expect laps to take around 30 minutes depending on category, and then up from there. If you found this helpful, leave a like, subscribe if you don't want to miss another route guide. Good luck with your races, and as always, ride on!